What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming back. We got a lot to go over. So I haven't posted in, I don't know, it's about a year now. And I really apologize for that. But everything has been chaotic since then. Um, I moved from Thailand back to America, and I am loving it. So what I wanted to go over was basically 5 things that I loved about America that I didn't notice that I missed since coming back here, and also 5 things I miss about Thailand, just the things that I wish I still had. And I still go back to Thailand here and there, so we'll just see. It's just with Corona and social distancing, I feel like staying here is a lot safer. And so with my family here, it's just a lot easier. Okay, so let's go over some things. Um, Not trying to bash Thailand or America in any way. I love both countries. They're both great. I really enjoy both, and they both have pros and cons, and things might not fit in the same predicament as another person. So take it with a grain of salt, and I apologize if anyone's upset. But let's go. Let's move forward. So let's start off with the top 5 things about America that I missed, that I didn't realize how much I missed about it when I first basically came back and noticed. The first thing was driving, regardless of whatever city or state you live in America. I don't care how much you complain about how bad the drivers are. You could take the worst state or city, and I'm telling you right now, it is better than the best city in Thailand. Um, Road rules there are more suggestions, lights are suggestions. Nobody really follows the road rules. I mean, there's a small percentage that does, so I apologize for the ones that actually do, but for the most part, the driving there is horrendous. Accidents there. You don't believe me? Google the analytics behind it, and it will tell you straight up basically everything about all the road, accidents and deaths and stuff that you have over there. I would basically have to drive and predict what the person in front of me or the person at the intersection would do, because I wasn't sure if they were going to stop or they're just taking a suggestion. And there's many times where I slowed down for like a moped to come by, and they just went through without even looking. So luckily that I was looking for them, so I didn't accidentally hit them. That's just one of the things that, I mean, the traffic, for another thing. You could take the worst traffic here. It is nothing. Traffic in Thailand, way worse. And I'm talking mainly in Bangkok. If you're outside in the countryside, there's really no traffic there. But taken into effect, the driving gets a lot worse because there's less cars. I feel like in Bangkok in general, there's not as much fatalities or road accidents because there's so many cars and they're not even moving. So take that into a country where everyone's speeding or possibly drunk, and it's just messed up. Okay, number 2, Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. Oh my God. You can order something and get it the same day. Now that works for where I'm at because Amazon's headquarters is here. They have so many outposts here. So that being said, I mean, I can order whatever and get it, which is awesome because there's always little knickknacks and it just saves me from going out to get the stuff. So mainly I just go to the groceries to get that. I could use the Amazon Fresh to get the groceries too, but I just feel like I can get that myself. This is mainly for like things like if I need to fix my computer or other necessities in general. So like some of the stuff that I got here was an HDMI cable, I think a butane top torch, for cooking purposes basically, and the other one was a toothbrush. So I know I could go out myself, but it just makes life so much easier just to be able to do it. And that being said, Amazon has so many great things. Where in Thailand, yes, you have Lazada, but I feel like a lot of this thing on Lazada is, one, overpriced if you're getting name brand products, and a lot of it is more affordable when you get the lower end stuff in a sense. But that being said, it's not the same quality when you get it. And that just goes all across the board. Same with Alibaba. It's not as great of a quality versus where Amazon, you're actually getting the product that you want. Well, let's keep moving forward. Things get done on time here, which is so great. You give a task, you get something, they give you a date that it's going to be due. very rarely will it be pushed off or, oh, we aren't going to make it on time. We're in Thailand where things are, it's the Maipanlai mentality of life. I love Thailand for that. Everything's slow, laid back. It's great in that sense where, but as a business and an aspect of having things done on time, it's very difficult to adapt, especially from people that are from bigger cities that work all the time. It's really difficult when somebody tells you a deadline to finish and complete a task and it's not. Where here, things get done relatively quickly and I can give a task to somebody and it will 99.9% of the time be finished on time. So let's keep going. Not getting ripped off on your daily normal purchases. Being a foreigner or a farang in Thailand, it's just something you deal with and you adapt with, where taxis will charge you more. They won't go based off the meter. Entrance fees to certain places. What else? Just the foreign price on purchasing things where you got to negotiate and haggle. Being a foreigner, you will be charged more. The benefit with me is I speak Thai, and there are times where they think I am Thai, so they will give me the Thai price right off the bat, and I can communicate in that sense, which is phenomenal and great. But when my family comes and visits me, especially when my sister would come and visit me, she is, light brown hair, almost blonde, and it would just be chaotic when she would come. I loved when she visited, but I would always tell her, like, we're getting ripped off everywhere we go because they're looking at you and straight up, that's it. And then 5, the weather. I love the weather in America. I absolutely love the cold weather, so I'm, I guess, out of the norm. But the humidity and the heat would always kill me, so I would live in basically AC all the time when I was in Thailand. Where here, I don't turn the heater on. It could be snowing outside and freezing, and I would just live through it and love it. So those are the things that I missed about America that I just couldn't believe that like when I first moved here, things that I've missed. And I feel like I was in like I always tell people, it feels like I time traveled because there's so many things that have happened in the 7 years that I've been gone. And I would come and visit, but here and there, but not really like focus as living here, where there's things like smart homes. We don't really see that as much as in Thailand, where everything can be run on an app on your phone, turning off just the sockets, the lights, doing whatever I want from work to whatever I want at home. If I wanted to change the thermostat, I could change the thermostat. Turning on all the lights, shutting off certain sockets to not waste electricity. Keyless entrance for the front door where you don't even need a key. Like all of that's kind of just implemented and built into a lot of the newer apartments and condos. And it's not in that aspect in Thailand. So there's things that you notice when you come back here that you're like, whoa, we have gone extremely forward for just little things. I lived in Bangkok and I also lived out in the countryside. So I've seen both sides of the city life and the countryside. And there are great things about both of them. And I truly cherish living there. And just being in America, just, man, I love both. So call me a nut, but I always see the pro and everything. Hey, things about Thailand that I miss that I wish I could get stuff here. First one's food, by far. Thai food in America, I mean, I've been all over the place. There's probably one place here that's close, but it's not it. And you're gonna spend, like, for instance, Gayang. It's 20 to 50 baht depending where you're going to purchase this. In Thailand and in America, you're looking at $10 plus. I mean, for chicken, doesn't make sense, but everything is more expensive. And the quality is not as good, obviously. The Thai food in general, I cook most of my stuff because you can't get a lot of the stuff basically here that you would. For instance, one of the more famous things is Mama Jeo, which everybody orders, and it's so simple to make that I make it myself. I buy all the ingredients from the Asian market or the Thai market here, and I make it myself. But it's just weird that you can't find them at Thai restaurants. And when you ask the Thai restaurants certain dishes that you would normally get in anywhere in Thailand, you can't get it. They have very Americanized stuff, pad Thai, for instance. swimming rama, which is not Thai at all. It's like an Americanized thing. Yellow curry, Americanized thing. You don't see that in Thailand either. So there are different things on the menu that you normally don't see. For those of you who are wondering what swimming rama is, it's basically chicken with spinach and peanut butter sauce. So you can see how it's not the same. But I do miss the food and the produce, and it's just really hard to get that quality. And I'm a huge foodie, so anyone that really knows me knows I'm a huge foodie. The other thing is people are generally nicer in Thailand because of the laid back culture, where they will help you for the littlest things, and they would genuinely really look for your best interest. And just that type of love and that you get from strangers, it's kind of crazy how much they care about you, even though they don't even know you. We're in America, yeah, your family will take care of you and stuff, and your friends, but you won't meet strangers that will actually take care of you as well. So that there's that. The other thing is it's also very safe because of it. Talking about crime rates as far as dangerous crimes, when it comes to more of the smaller things that's all over the world, it's bad wherever. And like, for instance, when I was going over like the street safety of driving and stuff, it's hilarious because I had friends visit me and they would just cross the road thinking, oh, the car's gonna stop and not hit me. And I'm like, the car's driving like, 20, 30 kilometers an hour. You never know, they might be on their phone not paying attention and they might hit you. So just make sure you have eye contact before you go across, because I don't want to take you to the hospital after the fact. That takes me into medical and hospitals and dentists. Thailand, it's hilarious because everybody looks at Thailand as like a third world country, and when you tell them, oh, the hospitals are amazing, the dentists, the facilities, like the equipment, way more advanced than the stuff that you find in the States. The States here, everything looks like it's done in like the 70s or 80s, and they need a massive upgrade. And they charge you ridiculous fees even with insurance. Where in Thailand, you go to these hospitals and they're great. And dentistry, great. And very affordable. I had a cavity fixed on my tooth in Thailand. I paid 300 baht. It's like $10, right? Yeah, $10. I mean, you can't get that here. That's just, it's not going to happen. And pharmacies is another thing. You're sick, you go there, and they issue pills. The only issue I have with them is a lot of the pharmacists there would try and issue antibiotics right off the bat, and you shouldn't take those unless you really need them. But for the most part, you can just go straight to any pharmacy and just tell them your symptoms or talk to them, and they'll kind of diagnose you and they'll give you medicine. So that's great. The bum gun. I don't know why America hasn't adapted to this. The bum gun is something that is like everyone should be using. And Russell Peters says it best. When you're wiping something down and you're basically wiping like a paper towel or toilet paper, for instance, you're basically smearing it until you can't see it anymore, realistically. Why wouldn't you wash it with some kind of water? That's why the bum gun is so fantastic. I don't know. I mean, you can buy bum guns off of Amazon and install them yourself, but when you read the reviews on a lot of them bust and break. And where I'm at now, I can't afford to put that in there. And if it blows up, then I'm gonna basically have to pay for everyone down below me. So until I get my new place, the bum gun's not gonna happen. But I mean, the bum gun is, everyone needs to use it. I mean, once you use it, you love it and you always use it. You don't know what you guys are missing. And then the other thing is everything is so close for vacation in Thailand, where you miss that. And I know you can't really travel as much now because of the coronavirus, but besides the point, like where I'm at, I can go to Canada, great, and I can go to Mexico, okay. But in Thailand, I mean, everything is within like 2 to 4 hours. You can go to Hong Kong, Singapore, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan, Japan. Those two are a little bit farther, but still, you get the point. Korea, everything is relatively close. I think from Thailand to Japan is about 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours. So, I mean, it's still relatively not a long flight. I mean, if I jump on a plane for about 5, 6 hours, I can go to Hawaii, I guess. That's great to see my family there. But, I mean, you're still technically in the States. So, the vacations and traveling there is way better. I mean, and then just flying in general, it's relatively easy, and the airport there is fantastic. Not saying the airports here aren't bad, but there's just things, those are basically the things that I miss, and I really enjoyed living there. And I go back and forth, and it's just the things that I wanted to go over and explain to you, that things that I missed about America that I didn't know about that I liked, and things that I missed about Thailand. And that's pretty much it. That wraps up everything. I haven't uploaded stuff because of the crazy moves that I've been doing, business stuff. My daughter, been taking care of her like crazy. And just it's been hard to make videos and upload stuff. I'm gonna try and post more if I can. I really want to. I read all your comments. I appreciate all the feedback that I got from you. I think I responded to pretty much everybody, because I don't want to leave anybody in the wind. But yeah, if you want to comment anything, I'm more than willing to respond to all of it. If there's any videos you want me to make on Thailand or America, I'm willing to do that as well. If you like the video, please like the video. And if you want, subscribe. Besides that, it's not that late. It's 5:30, but it's pitch black now because that's just how it is here. And I'm probably going to be making dinner soon. I'll catch you guys later, okay? Thanks. See ya.